Hey beautiful people, it's your girl Frankie here, and I know the lighting is horrible. I'm in the car. It seems like I'm always in my car. I'm always going somewhere. But no, I just left getting my braces tightened. I'm gonna stop at the gas station, but we had our neuro test, and that teacher, she was pretty thorough in what she wanted us to know. Really, she did direct us to do the practice questions in the back of each chapter that she went over, also ATI chapters, and it definitely worked because a lot of those questions she asked was, if not similar, but the same question from the back of the chapter. And yeah, that helped with my test. So I did really well on her test. I feel like the information she gave was really like nurses management. Like, it was just straightforward. Like, she didn't have any, to me, I didn't feel like her test was tricky. I feel like she was pretty straightforward when it came to what she wanted us to know. And because, you know, I kind of wanted to just verify a couple things with her doing review and stuff, just because we've been tricked by several teachers before, where they would say, oh, that's not going to be on the test, and then next thing you know, it is on the test. Okay, so if you have not ever attended nursing school and you're thinking about it, let me tell you right now, you will have teachers like that, unfortunately. So just be aware of that. But she was really straightforward. Everything she talked about, everything she had us going over was on the test. So I was really happy about that. I just felt like I don't know, when I have too long of a, like, I think it was like 3 weeks before we had her test from respiratory test, like 3 or 4 weeks, I don't know, but it was long. Like me, I get anxiety. I feel like I haven't studied enough. Like, I cannot take tests that far apart. Like, some people love it, but to me, I overthink. After so long, I start overthinking stuff, and I'm like, oh my god. Like, the night before, me and my friend, yes, I made a friend. I have a friend in nursing school. Yeah, me and her, we was texting each other, and we both were just talking about how our anxiety was pretty high, and like stress level was high, just because I feel like I was I feel like I wasn't studying enough, but I also feel like I knew the content. So you guys can see my dilemma. Like, oh, I know it, but what if it's something that I didn't really look over that's going to be on the test? You know, so I was having some really high anxiety actually before the test, just because I started to overthink a lot. Now, the recall method, I definitely suggested in regards to it, and I kind of touched on it a little bit, but you're just gonna listen, you know, go over the objectives that they want you to know, and listen to the PowerPoint before class, write down any questions you may have, go ahead and digest the material, and then once you get to class, you will listen to your teacher lecture, ask your questions, try to get an understanding, keep those objectives in your mind, those learning objectives in your mind, what you need to know, and then after the lecture, you go through your learning objectives and see what you can answer. Now, at that point, if you feel like you can answer a majority of them, like I said, the ones that you couldn't answer, highlight red or something, so you know you need to look that information up. If you kind of know, highlight it yellow. But if you absolutely know, like, oh, I know the signs and symptoms of a stroke, you know what I'm saying, then highlight that green, so you don't keep studying what you already know, which is harder said than done. But you don't want to keep studying stuff you know, because that's wasting study time over the stuff you don't know. And once you have that layout and you see the ones that you need to look over and stuff, you can either listen back to the PowerPoints and try to answer those questions, or you can just look in the book or something like that, or re-listen to lecture, basically just so you can get your information, and go ahead and you can write it down if you want to, just so you have that information to study from. Or like I've been doing, like, of course, like math type of stuff, like calculating the MAP and the ICP, CPP. Trust me, when you get the neuro, you'll understand. I will write that stuff down. But when it comes to, somebody calling me, hold on. Okay, my bad, guys. Yeah, so her test was really good. As I was stating with the recall method, you know, you just kind of go back over the stuff, write it down, you know, just kind of go chapter by chapter. So I will get a new study method video or study tips video for you guys as well, and also the demonstration of a total recall, just so you guys can get like a visual. I know some people are visual learners, but yeah, so I'm going to do that. But yeah, I am going to get a study tip video. I might record it today if I have time. I have some packages to send out from Energy Life. You guys know, if you haven't checked me out, go ahead and go online to energylife.com and look at the stuff we have. I do have Mother's Day bath soaks on sale, 50% off. And then also I have the room therapy 50% off as well. So that includes candles, room sprays, incense. So I do have that up on my website as well, so you guys can definitely get in on those deals. Mother's Day is coming, so you want to give some bomb gifts. Let's see. So yeah, so I'm gonna work on those videos. Hopefully I can just record it today. I know I'm looking real rough. My skin has been going through some trials and tribulations, honey. It's starting to get a little better. I finally got my Fenty Beauty, so I've been using it for about a week and a half now. I will say it smells really good. My skin has been doing okay. You know, I really don't know why I was breaking out so bad. I'm guessing because of stress and things like that. I also need to meditate more. I kind of been slacking. I haven't been meditating every day like I was doing before, so I'm gonna have to get back into that habit. But we've just been having a lot going on, but this is honestly the time I need to be meditating the most. Okay guys, so I know I look super rough. One, because I had been up a while last night studying. Two, I got up super early this morning to study, just to look over stuff, not technically like study, but I have finals today, and I got on the camera even though I know I look a hot mess, because honey, this is just what you look like. This is the real deal. But I just took finals and I am done with the RN program. Like, all I got is preceptorship, but that's not including the classes, so I'm not worried about that. But I am done. I passed finals. I'm so excited, y'all. Like, I cannot hold my excitement, so I just wanted to share it with you guys. I'm so excited. We had 75 questions on the final, and it was over respiratory, neuro, and cardiac. I was nervous, y'all, because if you guys have not been following me, if you don't know, during the cardiac test, I actually had a horrible toothache. I did not feel very well. I tried studying, but you know, look at some previous vlogs, you will see, but I couldn't focus on her test. I ended up getting like a B on her test, like a low B, which is, I was happy with that considering the fact I couldn't focus, and I really thought I was going to fail that test. Respiratory, I did pretty well. The teacher was a little iffy. He real tricky. He liked to try to trick you with his questions, so I didn't think I was going to do good on his test, and I actually did really well. I ended up getting like a high B on his test, so I was like, cool, you know, I'm on a roll. And then neuro test was just, that teacher was amazing. Neuro made sense. Getting through her test, I didn't have a problem. I had got an A on her test. I was like, yes. So I'm in good standing. So when it came to the final, I'm like, man, I really have to go over cardiac, because that was at the beginning of the semester. I honestly did not remember a lot of stuff from cardiac. I was like the most nervous because that was the lowest test score I had gotten. I really was trying to look over cardiac stuff, and I couldn't focus. Like, I was having issues with focusing with studying. I was up at night trying to study. And then this morning I woke up early to study, and I just couldn't, I don't know, I just really couldn't focus. I drank a little coffee, like, I'm just like, look. And then my kids, you know, they're in virtual learning at school, and then I have a toddler that is 3. So the distractions this morning was ridiculous. You probably can hear them. They're on lunch. Ridiculous. So I couldn't focus. With my school, the way they do their tests, all our tests for this whole semester, you cannot go back. Okay, once you select the answer and you move forward, that's it, sis. Like, that's it. You gonna keep going. You cannot go back. Nerve-wracking. So when I took my test around 9 o'clock this morning, I was just like, forget it. I'm not gonna study no more. I'm not looking over anything else. Like, I know this information. Like, I gave myself a pep talk. I'm like, I know this information. I've literally took all 3 of these tests. I know the information. I just need to chill and relax and stop having a mini heart attack. Like, that's how I felt. So I was like, I got this. You know what I'm saying? I talked to myself like, B, you got this, all right? So I just was like, cool, I got it. So I didn't even study no more. I was like, forget it. I put up the books. I relaxed. I turned on the movie. I helped the kids, whatever I needed to do, get them out the way. And then when it got closer to 11, I went on and set up my computer and everything in order to take my test. And then before I started my test, I was like, look, you know this information. Do not psych yourself out. Like, you know this information. Do not second guess yourself. Just choose the first answer. Choose it. Go with it. Stop. Don't be changing. Don't be trying to pick, change throughout, whatever. Because you can't go back. So you need to just know for sure that's what it is and go. Started my test. Took my test, interruptions through the whole test because the kids kept on being loud. I'm like, y'all, I know them people that, if they're watching my video of me taking a test, they're laughing really hard because it was a lot going on in this house. Anyway, so I finished the test and I passed finals. That is really what I'm getting at, and I'm so excited that I passed finals. I'm really excited that I passed finals because, honey, this was like the last basically big test we needed in order to pass the semester, and I'm so excited. So it was 75 questions. I actually ended up getting, it was, I want to say 25 questions each subject. So 25 for respiratory, 25 for cardiac, and 25 for neuro. I end up missing 7 questions. I don't know if they're going to throw out questions or not, but I end up missing 7 out of 75, which I am so excited. That was a 90.6 or something percent, basically rounds up to a 91%. And I'm like, heck yeah, I'm 1 point away from an A, which is a 92%, because nursing school grades are different. You need 92 to 100 to get an A. And I was like 1 point away from an A. So I'm like, man, if they throw out a question or something, this is my first time ever making like an A on a final, but I'll take what I got. I'll take that super high B. But I'm so excited, y'all. I just had to share that with you, come on the camera, let you guys know. And I want to show you guys the results, but they record us, and I'm like, and they don't really tell you the results. It just tell you like 1 out of 1, 0 out of 1 if you didn't get it right. And you kind of do your own calculations, and then they post the grades later, considering if anybody, like if they throw out questions, they have to look over and see pretty much how the class did, and then they will post the grades later of your official grade to your grade book. So I'm waiting on that. I will try to record that for you guys, but I'm just super excited. Like, I'm glad this is over with. I'm glad we are done. The stress that comes with nursing school is no joke, but I'm finished. So that's pretty much all I want to come and say to you guys. And if you're in nursing school, you got this. You will complete this. Just study, try to just study for long term and not short term, which I learned. And I think I got it in one of my tips video, which that's why I gave myself the pep talk this morning. Like, girl, you doing too much. Like, this information. You are freaking out over stuff you literally already been tested on. So calm down. It's okay to look over stuff. And yeah, it was a question on there. I had no idea what the answer was because I didn't remember the numbers for CVP, or it's with cardiac. And I'm like, I don't remember the numbers. So I just guessed, honey. I got it wrong, but I don't care. I knew I was going to get it wrong because I didn't even know what direction to go in. So, but that's it, guys. So hopefully I can get some more up to this vlog today. If not, then I will see you guys in the next video. But if so, then I'll see you guys in a little bit. Peace.